2022 Showtime Championship Boxing spring and summer schedule has arrived, and there's a sleeper in the midst. Luke Thomas, Brian Campbell, Morning Combat, a fox in the henhouse, an all-action fight that nobody's talking about yet. And it goes down June 4th with that man right there, the unified 122-pound champion of the world, Cool Boy Steph, Stephen Fulton Jr. And Steph, to get you here gets me fired up. But to find out you're fighting former champion Danny Roman, who I'm not sure actually lost those titles when he fought Akhmadaliev just a year and a half ago. Dude, coming off of that fight of the year, which I'm sure we're going to ask you about, against Brandon Figueroa, and going right back after the smoke. Respect and thank you for your patronage, okay? Because I'm going to be fired up come June 4th.
No, thank you. I will be too.
Okay, well, let's start right off the top with that fight. Danny Roman is as decorated as anyone in this weight class. The former champion, as I mentioned, who lost a split decision thriller to MJ Akhmadaliev, Murajan Akhmadaliev, if you will. He's on a nice, I know he will. That's why I said that.
You got the name. I was impressed.
He's on a nice run himself. This has fireworks between two skilled guys who aren't afraid to go to town if they need to. Dude, when you get presented with this fight, what are your emotions? What are your feelings?
Honestly, I can beat him. So it wasn't much to take to say yes in my eyes. So.
Well, what gave you so much? I mean, obviously you have confidence in your abilities, but I guess what I'm wondering is, when I ask you how good Danny Roman is, what do you say?
He's good. I don't believe like he's talented, but I believe he's good. Like he's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. I can't take that away from him. He was unified before I ever was a world champ or in the talks. So I have to take my hat off to him for that. But I just know I'm the better man. I feel like he knows I'm the better man now.
Well, look, your 2021 was massive for your career, for this division. Junior feather, what is it? Super bantamweight, junior feather, whatever you want to call it. It's 122. You've become arguably, along with Akhmadaliev, who has the other two titles you don't, the power player in the division because of that year. You win the title beating Angelo Leo. You come out there against Brandon Figueroa on November 27th. And, you know, my vote was for you guys for Fight of the Year. Obviously, Fury Wilder 3 had a big argument there. How huge, in terms of your expectations when you started last year, in terms of you finishing it legitimately in the Fighter of the Year conversation, what was that 12 months like for you?
Oh, that was crazy because I didn't think I would be like Fight of the Year. I didn't think I would be in those talks. But when I fought Angelo Leo and I was in that talk, I said, "Oh, the next one's gonna be way better." That's when I started anticipating the next fight. I started anticipating everything after it and everything, looking and moving forward to it. So that was like a hell of an experience for me.
Two questions on the follow-up to Figueroa. One, when they went to the scorecards, how confident were you had won? I'm sure you thought you were, but remember Figueroa was complaining afterwards. That's the first question. And the second question was, how many days or weeks after that fight did it take for you to feel normal again? Because, my man, you guys were killing each other out there. So tell me about it. What happened?
All right, so after I heard while they was giving the decision, I was more so I knew it was a close fight because I feel like he reacted the way he reacted because he did better than what he expected, and anyone didn't expect him to do as good as he did. So that's first and foremost. I gotta say that's why I feel like he acted the way he acted and reacted the way he did. But when they was announcing, I knew it was close. So I'm just waiting to hear what they're gonna say. So when they said it now, I was just like I just thank God at that point.
and then the recovery
after the fight, how I felt like when did my body, my head wasn't hurting at all. He was doing a lot of body shots, but more so my hip was hurting because he was doing a lot of rabbit, dirty tactics. I like it though.
Well, look, you guys lit it up, and it was 12 spectacular rounds because we knew it had potential. But I don't think we knew it played out the way it did. So not only was it action, it was highly skilled. But I think what separates your fight from me when you fought Brandon Figueroa, and both of you were unbeaten, both of you were champions in your prime, like it was the perfect setting, is, Luke, tell me if I'm wrong, but it was like they both accomplished what they set out to do. The first half of every round, Cool Boy Steph is in there, dodging, landing hard shots, digging his heels in and not outboxing him, but fighting him. And the second half of each round, credit Brandon Figueroa, he was getting inside and going to the body and throwing 6-7 punch combinations. This was, out of any fight I've ever seen, you throw the scorecards out. I mean, it's up. However you scored that fight, you were right because it was that close and it was that great. At what point in that fight are you aware that we're doing something special here?
I believe I gotta say the third going into the fourth. Yeah, I said, oh yeah, he trying to be different. I got him. I said, I'm gonna stay right here. I ain't moving no more. Cause I felt like if I kept moving, I wouldn't have had that much energy to continue to go forward with that fight. And I ain't no quitter, so you was gonna have to take me out, point blank period. You was gonna have to drag me out the ring. I ain't no quitter. So I feel like that third and that fourth, I knew we had a fight. All right, we fighting.
Now, you said that you didn't mind the dirty tactics. Well, most fighters would be very unhappy about it. You seem to smile about it. Why?
Because this is where I come from. First and foremost, we fighting. What's professional and clean about fighting anyway? Think about that.
Yeah, Luke. Think about
what's
that.
professional fighting? So and you gotta look at it. Nobody wants to lose. So people's gonna do things that they have to do to win. I'm not condoning hitting behind the head. I'm not shout out to Tyson, but I'm not condoning biting. But people's gonna do what they need to do to win. So it was a smart tactic that he was using. I understood it. Even after the fight, I understood it. I said, "Oh, that was a good game plan that they had."
Steph, did you know that Mike Tyson sells THC gummies in the shape of an ear?
That's good marketing.
Yeah.
You know what? I would like to try some.
I think I would like to try some right now.
Wouldn't be so bad.
Steph, there was immediate talk afterwards from Figueroa complaining about the decision vocally in the interview with you, kind of trying to steal the thunder a little to, hey, do we run this back? Do we run it back now? Do we run it back 2 years from now? Do we run it back 2-3 more times? Do you think Brandon Figueroa fights again in this weight class? What is your sort of plan on seeing this guy again, if possible, if needed?
Oh, if we see each other, we both gonna be at 26.
You don't plan on sticking around?
And I will.
Sorry, I cut you off. You plan on going up to 126 this year? The next year?
Probably
sometime next year. Not this year. I got plans. I need to become undisputed first.
Well, let's talk about those plans. Danny Roman's a big detour in those plans, but I like your confidence. It's a great fight. Can't wait. Are you saying you want to, part the Dead Sea, call out old Akhmadaliev and do a 4-belt unification? Is that possible this year?
Yeah, I've been calling that out. I've been wanting that. I feel like he's not the one. I feel like he's the one that's not ready. Honestly, I feel like if we want to make it happen, we could have made it happen. It's nothing that two men can't sit down and accomplish.
Is that your?
And that's for both sides. For both sides of the field. Anybody. And in this business, there's nothing that two men can't sit down and accomplish.
For any of our fans that don't know Akhmadaliev, and I'm sure you've seen the tape, you've seen the Danny Roman fight, and maybe others, is that potentially your toughest fight in this division on paper?
Who MJ?
Yeah.
We got 10 fights? No.
Okay, but if he's not, then who is?
Who is my toughest fight to date on paper?
I guess when you survey the division at 122, who do you pinpoint as that guy is the tough fight?
I gotta say, Brandon was the toughest one out of all of them.
Okay, fair enough. All right, now
I don't know other one of them being that tough.
You think that Brandon would be tougher than Akhmadaliev?
Yeah. Look at the type of pressure he brings. A boxer like Akhmadaliev can't box another boxer like me. I'm too skillful. I'm smart. I know how to box. I can mix it up. I can do whatever I need to do to pull out that victory. And I'm pretty sure they know that just as well as Brandon knew that because his father even said that. I know how to win. I know how to pull those victories out, and I'm damn sure know how to capitalize off of the mistakes that he will be making. Any fighter I set foot in the ring with, they're going to make a mistake, and I know how to capitalize off it. I'm talented.
Steph, I've seen that you have rung the Liberty Bell or whatever they call it at the beginning of the 76ers game. Are you a big hoops fan?
I'm not major on it, but I try to get on it. But I'm more so of a
how sad are you going to be when the 76ers get bounced in the playoffs?
Oh, how dare you?
Hey, I ain't gonna be that sad because I'm gonna hold the city down.
All right.
Like I always
All right,
do.
fair enough.
Well, there's a lot of pressure being
By
put
the way,
on you.
and I'm just teasing. I'm a DC guy, so I'm and the Wizards ain't shit either.
Well,
but-
let's talk Philly boxing, okay? Because, my guy DSG, I didn't see Danny Garcia in a while. Chris Colbert, what just happened to my guy right there, okay? I thought he was about the primetime life. I know Boots Ennis is coming on, respect to him. Were you disappointed when Chris Colbert dropped that ball?
I wouldn't say I was disappointed because we don't have that type of relationship.
Okay.
Like he's cool enough to have that type of relationship for me to be disappointed. But it was like a shocker and sometimes a little eye opener, like, damn. And it kind of pits fighters like myself in that spot where it's like I really gotta keep doing what I'm doing, stay on that job and stay on that grind.
All right, well, what we love traditionally about the Philadelphia fighter, and the stereotype, either positive or negative, depending on the situation, is there's a lot of dog inside of a Philadelphia fighter, and you pulled that out. Brandon Figueroa got to meet that dog. Angelo Leo met that dog. Is there ever a challenge with you and your trainer in holding that dog back when you should be boxing, given that you have those skills? Do you find yourself sometimes wanting to mix it up a little too much for your own style?
Yeah, I always feel like I want to get in there and fight. I feel like every fighter want to get in there and just fight. But when it comes to winning, you got to make sure you get that win. You got to make sure you get the win. So that's when it becomes, sometimes it is too much to, have that dog and things like that. You do need a good trainer or somebody to pull that back from you. But as well as y'all, nobody knew, like walking into that fight, I didn't have that much energy to box that fight the way y'all expect me to box that fight. So I knew what I had to do. And my trainer adjusted in that corner and said the things that he needed to do when he seen I wasn't going to, box.
Oh, was I just told that I got it wrong? Chris Colbert's not a Philly guy; he's a Brooklyn guy. Man, I'm gonna look like
you're a fucking idiot.
I'm gonna look like a proper asshole in this video when it comes out. All right.
You could ask about Jerron Ennis, but all he does is win.
Yeah, I know. What am I gonna talk about? Ben Simmons? I mean, come on,
We could talk about Ben. Do you hate Ben Simmons?
I feel like everybody in Philly, I don't want to say hate him, but they don't like him.
All right. In all seriousness, I was looking at your Instagram here before this interview, and I noticed you were down in D.C. and in February. You were at the Headbangers gym getting a little work in. What is your relationship like with the folks down there, Barry Hunter and the team?
I've been going down to D.C. since I was like 13. Yeah, since I was in the amateurs. We always kept in contact. That's family. That's family on the other side. That's family in D.C. So
it's just getting good training, and there's nothing no more, no less.
Say that again?
It's just good training, no more, no less.
I mean, who's to tell? It could be more.
Could be more. You moving to D.C.? What's happening?
This guy, show him the tattoo. This guy loves D.C.
Yeah,
right
I'm
here.
like, you have a Philly tattoo? I got a D.C. tattoo. I got the flag. See that?
No, I don't have a tattoo.
He's like, we don't do that in Philly. We just
Philly tattoos. What kind of Philly guy are you? No tattoos? I mean,
he's like, I'm a Philly guy that wins, unlike people that aren't from Philly. Okay,
that's true.
Look at
Like
that
Chris
beard.
Colbert.
He's got that hardened beard going on right now. Cool boy, Steph. You got some swagger, bro. You're making a name for yourself. You keep winning fights like you did against Figueroa, like the opportunity you have with Danny Roman. The phone's going to ring. Do you see a true, and it might be a Figueroa rematch, but do you see a true money fight in your future that this weight class, one weight class above, two weight classes above, that you're like, I'm going to see that guy, and that's the fight that's going to put me in everyone's household, in their living room?
No, I don't really be thinking about too many other fighters like that. Like, I feel like I take one fight at a time, but I'm pretty sure that whatever I want, I'm going to get.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I don't really.
well, what does your you got a manager, right? What are they telling you?
What you mean?
Like,
What are they telling me in case of what?
no, what I mean is like, surely the people around you have a vision for you as well. Now, ultimately, the only thing that matters is your vision. But I guess what I'm saying to you is, what are they saying to you about things that they envision for you?
Oh, yeah. For me to like move up 26, probably do the same thing, probably become two-time undisputed, who's to tell? It's all about me, though. I feel like they more so look at me and tells me is whatever I will it to be. Whatever I want it to be, that's what it be. As well as the will of Allah. So,
well, whenever we talk
that's
about
how
managers or maestros, and it's in the PBC territory, the great Al Haymon, is going to get recognition. But like us on this side of the line, the journalism line, the fan line, Al Haymon's like a ghost in the night. What would we be surprised through any interactions you've had with the God himself, PBC founder Al Haymon, in terms of who the guy is behind the scenes?
I had a couple conversations with him. So
Do tell.
especially after the fight. Yeah.
I mean,
He is you don't see him though.
he's obviously smart. He's obviously got a reputation, and look at what he's built with Floyd Mayweather and beyond. But is it like talking to, I don't know, like
the Wizard of
like
Oz
your
or
rich
something?
uncle or the Wizard of Oz or something? I mean, what's it like talking to the guy?
Rich uncle. It's like talking to the rich uncle that come around once in a while. So you got to game as you can.
Fair enough.
Oh, this guy, cool boy, Steph. Look, this division's on fire. You're the face of it. You're really becoming the face of it. You aren't already, but maybe 126 in your future. But this Danny Roman fight, June 4th, it's, what are you hoping to prove here? What are you hoping that boxing fans exit that fight saying?
Good question. I like that.
Honestly, I don't want to sound like bad or disrespectful. I really don't care what nobody think no more or say no more. This is about me now.
Oh.
Player one, like Israel Adesanya.
Okay, then.
Player number one.
Then will you see Brandon Figueroa again? When will you see Brandon Figueroa again? What will be the circumstances?
So when I see him, I'm definitely going to see him.
You want to?
Yeah.
What's that rematch going to look like? Same thing? 12,
Oh, yeah.
12 crazy rounds?
It's going to be different. I ain't gonna leave no doubt in nobody's eyes or anything. Ain't no doubt. I'm not leaving no doubt for nobody.
Okay. You know the boxing fan in me? I mean, you don't know the boxing fan in me. You might.
Yes, I know the boxing.
The boxing fan in me is like, you know what? Before he moves up to 2-6, there's a guy called Luis Neri. If he keeps winning, bro.
Dude,
okay.
Cool boy Steph would.
I'm not saying Luis Neri's going to come in there and shave Cool Boy Steph's beard. I'm
No,
just
he's
saying
not. He's
that's
not.
a fight, dude.
Cool boy
Okay,
Steph,
that's a fight.
Steph, you would have your way.
No, oh, how dare you? Luis Neri can bang, bro.
Yeah, have you seen Cool Boy Steph?
Well, yes, I'm trying to make a fight.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make
all
magic happen. Stephen Fulton Jr., maybe.
Who knows? I need them other two belts.
Okay. You'll defend your WBO, what is it, BC? You got the BC, the green one, the good one, right? The green one against Danny Roman. Hopefully you'll close the year getting a chance to be the undisputed champion. Steph, great talking to you, buddy. Best of luck, and, stay cool, bro. All right?
Thanks for the time and, having me.
There you go. Thank you so much, Steph. Appreciate it.
Take care, man.
Thanks.